Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode number 2 of our English Learning Podcast. My name is Emily, and I am so excited to be here with you today. If this is your first time listening, let me say you are in the right place. And if you listened to episode 1 with Daniel, welcome back. I am so happy you decided to continue this journey with us. Before we dive into today's topic, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I have been teaching English for over 8 years now. I love languages. I love communication. And most of all, I love helping people like you become more confident in English. Teaching is not just my job, it is my passion. Every time I see someone understand something new, every time I hear someone use a phrase they learned from me, it makes my heart so happy. I would love to know where you are listening from. Please write in the comments below what country or city you are from. It helps our community grow, and I read every single comment. Okay, so what are we going to talk about today? Today we are going to the supermarket. Yes, the supermarket. That big store where you buy food and other things for your home. This might seem like a simple topic, but trust me, it is incredibly useful. Why? Because no matter where you live, no matter where you travel, you will probably need to go shopping at some point. And when you know the right words and phrases, shopping becomes much easier and much more enjoyable. So grab your shopping cart and let us begin. Arriving at the supermarket. Picture this. It is Saturday morning. You wake up, you have your breakfast, and then you realize the refrigerator is almost empty. You need to go shopping. So you get ready, you leave your house, and you drive or walk to the nearest supermarket. When you arrive at the supermarket, the first thing you see is the entrance. In English, we call this the entrance or the front door. Many supermarkets have automatic doors. These are doors that open by themselves when you walk close to them. You do not need to push or pull. They just open automatically. Pretty convenient, right? Once you are inside, you need something to carry your groceries. You have 2 options. The first option is a shopping cart. A shopping cart is that big metal basket with wheels. You push it in front of you as you walk through the store. Shopping carts are great when you need to buy many things. The second option is a shopping basket. A shopping basket is smaller. You carry it in your hand or hang it on your arm. Shopping baskets are good when you only need a few items. Let me give you a useful phrase. I need to grab a cart. Or, let me get a basket. These are natural ways to say that you are going to take a shopping cart or a shopping basket. Repeat after me. I need to grab a cart. Good. Now let us go inside and explore the store. The different sections of a supermarket. Supermarkets are usually organized into different sections. Each section has a specific type of product. Knowing these sections will help you find what you need quickly. Let us start with the produce section. The produce section is where you find fresh fruits and vegetables. Produce. This is an important word to remember. Produce means fresh fruits and vegetables. In the produce section, you can find apples, oranges, bananas, strawberries, grapes, and many other fruits. You can also find vegetables like tomatoes, cucumbers, lettuce, carrots, onions, peppers, and broccoli. Here's something interesting about the produce section. The items here are usually sold by weight. That means you do not pay for 1 tomato or 1 apple. You pay based on how heavy your fruits or vegetables are. The price is usually shown as per kilogram or per pound, depending on the country. Next, we have the bakery section. Oh, I love the bakery section. The smell of fresh bread is amazing. In the bakery, you can find bread, rolls, baguettes, croissants, muffins, cakes, and pastries. Some supermarkets bake their bread fresh every day. There is nothing better than warm bread straight from the oven. Then we have the dairy section. Dairy products come from milk. In the dairy section, you will find milk, cheese, yogurt, butter, cream, and eggs. Wait, eggs are not technically a dairy product, but they are usually in the same area of the store. So when you need eggs, look in the dairy section. Let me teach you a phrase. Where can I find the dairy section? This is a polite way to ask for help in the store. Repeat after me. Where can I find the dairy section? Moving on, we have the meat and seafood section. This is where you find fresh meat like chicken, beef, pork, and lamb. You can also find fish, shrimp, and other seafood here. In many supermarkets, there is a counter where a butcher can help you. A butcher is a person who cuts and prepares meat. You can ask the butcher to cut a specific amount for you. Next is the frozen food section. This section has big freezers with glass doors. Inside, you find frozen vegetables, frozen fruits, frozen pizzas, ice cream, and many other frozen products. Frozen food is convenient because it lasts a long time. You can keep it in your freezer for weeks or even months. We also have the canned goods section. Canned goods are foods that come in metal cans or jars. Things like canned tomatoes, canned beans, canned soup, canned tuna, and many other products. Canned food is also convenient because it has a long shelf life. Shelf life means how long a product stays good before it expires. The snack aisle is always tempting. An aisle, by the way, is one of these long corridors in a supermarket with shelves on both sides. In the snack aisle, you find chips, crackers, cookies, chocolate, candy, nuts, and many other delicious treats. I try not to spend too much time in this aisle because I always want to buy everything. There is also a beverage section. Beverages are drinks. Here you find water, juice, soda, tea, coffee, and sometimes beer and wine if the supermarket sells alcohol. In some countries, alcohol is sold in separate stores, not in regular supermarkets. And finally, we have the household section. This is where you find things that are not food. Things like cleaning products, dish soap, laundry detergent, toilet paper, paper towels, and other items for your home. Let me review these sections quickly. We have produce for fruits and vegetables, bakery for bread and cakes, dairy for milk and cheese, meat and seafood for fresh proteins, frozen foods, canned goods, snacks, beverages, and household items. That is a lot to remember, but do not worry. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. Reading labels and prices. Now, let us talk about something very practical, reading labels and prices. This is important because you want to know what you are buying and how much you are paying. Every product has a label. The label shows important information like the name of the product, the ingredients, the nutritional information, and the expiration date. The expiration date tells you when the product is no longer safe to eat or use. In English, you might see phrases like best before, use by, or expires on, followed by a date. Let me explain the difference. Best before means the product is at its best quality before this date, but it might still be okay to eat after. Use by is more strict. It means you should use or eat the product before this date for safety reasons. Pay attention to these dates, especially with fresh products like milk, meat, and cheese. Now, let us talk about prices. The price tag is the small sign that shows how much something costs. It is usually on the shelf right below the product. The price tag shows the price per item or the price per weight. Here is a useful phrase when you are not sure about a price. Excuse me, how much does this cost? Or you can say, excuse me, how much is this? Both are correct and polite. Repeat after me. Excuse me, how much does this cost? Sometimes products are on sale. On sale means the price is lower than usual. It is a discount. You might see signs that say special offer, discount, buy one, get one free, or just sale. These are all ways to show that the price is reduced. I always look for products on sale because it helps me save money. Another thing to know is the unit price. The unit price tells you how much you are paying per gram, per ounce, per liter, or per other unit of measurement. This is very helpful when you want to compare two similar products. For example, if you want to buy olive oil and there are two different brands, you can look at the unit price to see which one is actually cheaper. Asking for help. Sometimes you cannot find what you are looking for. The supermarket is big, the products are many, and you need some assistance. That is completely normal. Do not be afraid to ask for help. You can approach any store employee and ask politely. Here are some useful phrases. Excuse me, where can I find the rice? This is simple and direct. You can replace rice with any product you are looking for. Could you help me find the peanut butter, please? This is a bit more polite because you use could you and please. I'm looking for gluten-free bread. Do you have any? This is useful if you have dietary restrictions or preferences. Do you have this in a larger size? This is helpful when you want more of something. Is this product organic? Organic means the product was grown or made without artificial chemicals. Does this contain nuts? This is important if you have allergies. Let me practice one more phrase with you. Excuse me, I cannot find the olive oil. Could you point me in the right direction? This is a very natural way to ask for help. Repeat after me. Could you point me in the right direction? The store employees are there to help you. They want you to find what you need. So, never feel embarrassed about asking questions. That is how we learn and improve our English at the same time. At the deli counter, many supermarkets have a deli counter. The deli, short for delicatessen, is where you can buy sliced meats like ham, turkey, salami, and also sliced cheeses. The products at the deli counter are usually fresher than the pre-packaged ones, and you can choose exactly how much you want. When you go to the deli counter, there is usually a number system. You take a number from a machine and wait until your number is called. This keeps everything organized and fair. When it is your turn, the deli worker will ask you something like, "What can I get for you?" Or, "How can I help you?" You can respond with phrases like, "I would like 200 grams of ham, please." "Can I have half a pound of turkey breast?" "Could I get some sliced Swiss cheese, about 300 grams?" Notice how I use "I would like," "Can I have," and "Could I get?" These are all polite ways to make a request. After the deli worker slices your meat or cheese, they might ask, "Would you like anything else?" You can say, "No, that is all, thank you," if you are finished. Or you can add more items if you need something else. Here is another useful phrase. Can you slice it thin, please? Or, I prefer thick slices. This tells the worker how you want your meat or cheese to be cut. Thin slices are great for sandwiches. Thick slices are good for cooking or eating on their own. The deli counter is a great place to practice your English because you have to communicate with a real person. Use this opportunity to practice your speaking and listening skills. Choosing fresh products. Let me give you some tips for choosing fresh products. This is useful whether you are shopping in your own country or in a foreign country. When choosing fruits and vegetables, use your senses. Look at the color. Fresh produce should have a bright, natural color. Avoid anything that looks brown, yellow when it should be green, or has dark spots. Feel the texture. Fruits and vegetables should feel firm but not too hard. If a tomato feels mushy, it is probably too ripe or starting to go bad. If an avocado feels like a rock, it is not ready to eat yet. Smell the produce. Fresh fruits and vegetables should smell fresh and pleasant. If something smells sour or bad, do not buy it. For bread, check the production date. Bread that was baked today or yesterday is the freshest. Squeeze the bag gently. Fresh bread should feel soft. For dairy products, always check the expiration date. Choose the product with the furthest date if you want it to last longer. Some people reach to the back of the shelf because products with later expiration dates are often placed there. For meat and seafood, freshness is very important. Fresh meat should have a bright color, red for beef, pink for pork, and pale pink for chicken. Fresh fish should smell like the ocean, not fishy. If it smells strongly of fish, it is not fresh. Here is a phrase. This does not look fresh to me. You can use this if you notice something is not good quality. You can also say, do you have a fresher one? This politely asks the employee if there is a better option available. At the checkout, you have found everything you need. Your shopping cart is full. Now it is time to pay. Let us go to the checkout. The checkout is the area at the front of the store where you pay for your items. There are usually several checkout lanes. Each lane has a cash register and a cashier. The cashier is the person who takes your payment. Some stores also have self-checkout machines. These are machines where you scan and pay for your items yourself, without a cashier. Self-checkout is faster if you have only a few items. When you approach a checkout lane, put your items on the conveyor belt. The conveyor belt is that moving black belt that carries your items to the cashier. Place your items one by one on the belt, and they will move automatically toward the cashier. The cashier will scan each item. Scanning means they use a laser to read the barcode on the product. The barcode is that pattern of black and white lines you see on every product. It contains information about the product and its price. After scanning all your items, the cashier will tell you the total. They might say, your total is $45.60, or simply, that will be $45.60. Here is where you can practice some useful phrases. If you have a membership card or loyalty card, you can say, here is my loyalty card. Many supermarkets have programs where you earn points or get discounts if you have their card. If you want a receipt, you can say, can I have a receipt, please? A receipt is the paper that shows what you bought and how much you paid. If you bring your own bags, you can say, I brought my own bags. This is good for the environment, and some stores give you a small discount for this. The cashier might ask, paper or plastic? This means they are asking if you want paper bags or plastic bags. In some places, you have to pay extra for bags, so bringing your own is a smart choice. They might also ask, did you find everything okay? This is just a friendly question. You can simply say, yes, thank you, or yes, I did. After you pay, the cashier will probably say, have a nice day, or thank you for shopping with us. You can respond with, thank you, you too, or thanks, have a good one. Payment options. Let us talk about how to pay. There are several options. The most traditional way is cash. You give the cashier paper, money, and coins, and they give you change if necessary. Change is the money you get back when you pay more than the total. Another option is paying by card. This can be a debit card, which takes money directly from your bank account, or a credit card, which you pay back later. To pay by card, you either swipe, insert, or tap your card on the card reader. If the cashier asks how you want to pay, they might say, cash or card. You can respond, card, please, or I will pay in cash. Many people now use contactless payment. You just tap your card or even your phone on the machine, and the payment is done. It is very fast and convenient. If you want to use contactless, you can say, can I tap? Or, I will pay contactless. Some stores accept mobile payments like Apple Pay or Google Pay. If you want to use this, you can ask, do you accept Apple Pay? Or, can I pay with my phone? Here is a phrase for when something goes wrong. I am sorry, my card is not working. Can I try again? Sometimes cards get declined or the machine has a problem. Do not worry. It happens to everyone. Just stay calm and try again or use a different payment method. Packing your groceries. After you pay, you need to pack your groceries. In some countries, the cashier packs your items for you. In other countries, you do it yourself. And in some places, there is a separate packing area where you take your items after paying. If you need to pack your own groceries, here are some tips. First, put heavy items at the bottom of your bag. Things like bottles, cans, and large packages should go at the bottom. Then put lighter items on top. This way, your bread will not get squashed by a can of beans. Keep cold items together. Put all your frozen and refrigerated products in the same bag if possible. This helps keep them cold until you get home. Keep cleaning products separate from food. You do not want your dish soap next to your apples. If you have fragile items like eggs or chips, put them on top or in a separate bag so they do not get broken or crushed. Vocabulary review. Let us review the important words and phrases from today's episode. Shopping cart. The big basket with wheels you push around the store. I put all my items in the shopping cart. Shopping basket. The smaller basket you carry by hand. I only need a few things, so I will use a basket. Produce. Fresh fruits and vegetables. The produce section has beautiful fresh apples today. Aisle. The corridor between shelves in a store. The pasta is in aisle 5. Expiration date. The date when a product is no longer good to use. Check the expiration date before you buy milk. On sale, when a product has a reduced price. These cookies are on sale this week. Receipt. The paper showing what you bought and the price. Can I have a receipt, please? Change. The money you get back when you pay with cash. Here is your change. $3.50. Cashier, the person at the checkout who takes your payment. The cashier was very friendly. Conveyor belt, the moving belt at the checkout where you put your items. Put your groceries on the conveyor belt. These words will help you every time you go shopping. Practice them, use them, and soon they will feel natural. Common problems and how to handle them. Shopping does not always go smoothly. Sometimes problems happen. Let me teach you how to handle some common situations. What if an item does not have a price? You can say, "Excuse me, this item does not have a price tag. How much is it?" The employee will check the price for you. What if you change your mind about something? Maybe you put ice cream in your cart but then decided you do not want it. You can say, "I do not want this anymore. Where can I return it?" Usually, there's a place near the checkout for unwanted items. What if you realize you forgot something after you already paid? You can say, "I forgot to get something. Can I go back quickly?" Most stores will let you go back if you explain politely. What if there is a mistake on your receipt? Maybe you were charged twice for the same item. You can say, "I think there is an error on my receipt. I was charged twice for this." The cashier or customer service desk can help you fix it. What if you do not understand something? You can simply say, "I am sorry, I did not understand. Could you repeat that, please?" Or, "Could you speak more slowly, please?" Never be embarrassed to ask someone to repeat themselves. It is much better than pretending to understand. And that brings us to the end of episode 2. We went on a complete shopping trip today, from entering the supermarket to paying at the checkout. We learned about the different sections of a store, how to read labels, how to ask for help, and so much more. I hope you feel more confident now about shopping in English. Next time you go to a supermarket, try to use some of the words and phrases we learned today. Practice makes perfect, and real-life practice is the best kind of practice. Remember, I want to hear from you. Please write in the comments where you are from and what your favorite thing to buy at the supermarket is. What is that one item you always need to have? For me, it is coffee. I cannot live without my coffee. What about you? Let me know. If you enjoyed this episode, please do me a big favor. Click the like button, subscribe to this channel if you have not already, and share this podcast with someone who is learning English. Maybe a friend, a family member, a colleague. We all grow when we help each other. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Thank you for trusting me to be part of your English learning journey. It means more to me than you know. I will see you in the next episode. Until then, take care of yourself. Keep practicing, keep learning, and remember, every word you learn is a step forward on your journey. This is Emily, and you have been listening to our English Learning Podcast. Goodbye for now, and happy shopping.